Have you ever wondered whether one simple decision about Social Security could quietly cost you tens of thousands of dollars over the course of your retirement? Most people spend decades working, paying into the system with every paycheck, assuming that when retirement finally arrives, the government will automatically guide them toward the best choice. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Every year, millions of retirees make decisions based on common advice from friends, relatives, or even outdated information they found online. Those decisions often become permanent, reducing monthly income for years to come. Today, we're going to uncover the biggest Social Security myths that continue to cost seniors real money. We'll also reveal the little-known rule that can make an enormous difference for surviving spouses, especially widows, who often face financial hardship after losing a loved one. Stay with me until the very end, because the final myth is one that many families don't discover until it's too late. And understanding it today could protect someone you care about for years to come. The first myth is probably the most common one of all. Many people believe they are supposed to start collecting Social Security as soon as they turn 62. After all, that's the first age when benefits become available, so it seems natural to assume that's when everyone should begin. But the reality is much more complicated. Age 62 is simply the earliest age you are allowed to claim retirement benefits. It is not necessarily the smartest age to do it. In fact, for many retirees, claiming this early results in permanently smaller monthly payments. Once that decision is made, the reduction generally lasts for the rest of your life. Think about what that really means. Imagine two neighbors who worked similar careers and earned nearly the same income throughout their lives. One begins collecting benefits at 62 because friends tell him there's no reason to wait. The other waits until reaching full retirement age, or even delays until age 70. Over time, the second retiree could receive hundreds of dollars more every month. Stretch those larger payments over 15 or 20 years of retirement, and the difference can easily add up to tens of thousands of dollars. That doesn't automatically mean waiting is always the right answer. Every person's situation is different. Some people have health concerns that make claiming earlier a sensible choice. Others may need income immediately because they have stopped working or experienced unexpected financial challenges. The important lesson isn't that everyone should delay claiming. The lesson is that nobody should rush into claiming simply because they reach the earliest eligible age. Understanding your full retirement age is equally important. This is the age when you're entitled to receive your complete retirement benefit without an early filing reduction. For many people retiring today, that age is around 67, although it varies depending on the year you were born. Waiting beyond full retirement age can increase your own retirement benefit through delayed retirement credits until approximately age 70. That's why taking a little extra time to evaluate your options can make an enormous difference. Instead of assuming there's only one correct answer, look at your personal financial picture, your health, your family history, and your long-term retirement goals before making a permanent decision. The second myth creates confusion for countless married couples. Many people believe they'll receive both their own retirement benefit and a full spousal benefit at the same time, almost like getting two separate Social Security checks added together each month. Unfortunately, that's not how the system works. Social Security generally compares your own retirement benefit with the spousal benefit you qualify for. Rather than combining them, it pays whichever amount is higher under the applicable rules. This surprises many couples who have built retirement budgets around receiving two separate payments stacked together. Let's imagine a husband has earned a relatively large retirement benefit while his wife spent years working part-time and raising children. She assumes she'll collect her own retirement benefit plus half of her husband's benefit. But when she files, she discovers that's not how the calculation works. Instead, the Social Security Administration determines which benefit provides the greater payment and adjusts accordingly. Another important detail often gets overlooked. The maximum spousal benefit is generally based on the worker's full retirement benefit, and claiming before your own full retirement age can reduce the amount available. Many people hear that spouses can receive up to half of the higher earner's benefit, but they don't realize that timing matters. Because of this misunderstanding, some retirees are disappointed when their first payment arrives, and it's much lower than they expected. The disappointment isn't caused by an error in processing. It's caused by believing a myth that has circulated for years. Another myth catches people who believe every Social Security benefit grows forever as long as they continue waiting. While delaying your own retirement benefit can increase your monthly payment up to a certain point, the same isn't necessarily true for every type of benefit available. Some retirees postpone claiming a spousal benefit because they assume waiting until age 70 will produce a much larger payment. In reality, once a spousal benefit reaches its maximum under the rules, delaying further usually doesn't produce additional increases simply because more birthdays have passed. Imagine waiting several extra years expecting your monthly check to grow significantly, only to discover those years produced no meaningful increase in that specific benefit. Not only have you delayed receiving income, but you also missed years of payments that could have supported your retirement. That's why understanding exactly which benefit you're claiming is so important. Different Social Security benefits follow different rules, and assuming they're all identical can become an expensive mistake. Now let's talk about one of the biggest misunderstandings affecting divorced individuals, especially women who spent many years in long-term marriages. Many divorced people wrongly believe that once a marriage ends, every Social Security connection disappears forever. Some assume claiming benefits based on a former spouse's work history would somehow reduce that former spouse's payments. Others worry it would create conflict or require permission from an ex-spouse. In many qualifying situations, none of those fears are accurate. If certain eligibility requirements are met, including the length of the marriage and current marital status, divorced spouses may qualify for benefits based on their former spouse's earnings record. Even more surprising to many people, claiming an eligible divorced spouse benefit generally does not reduce the former spouse's own retirement payment. This comes as a huge relief to many retirees who avoided exploring their options simply because they didn't want to create financial problems for someone else. Far too many people walk away from benefits they may legally qualify for simply because they assume asking questions would somehow hurt another person's retirement income. Some avoid contacting Social Security because they believe claiming benefits based on a former spouse's work record will reduce that person's monthly check or create unnecessary financial complications. One phone call or appointment with Social Security can often clarify whether someone qualifies. Asking questions doesn't obligate anyone to claim benefits immediately, but it does provide valuable information that helps families make informed decisions. As retirement approaches, it's easy to become overwhelmed by all the rules, percentages, and eligibility requirements that come with Social Security. What seems like a straightforward retirement program often turns into a maze of filing ages, benefit calculations, spousal rules, survivor benefits, and countless exceptions that can leave even well-informed people feeling confused. Social Security was designed to provide financial support and peace of mind after decades of work, yet its complexity often leads people to rely on rumors, outdated advice, or stories from friends and neighbors instead of verified information. Unfortunately, those well-meaning suggestions may not apply to your unique situation. Every person's work history, marital status, health, retirement savings, and long-term financial goals are different, which means the best claiming strategy can vary from one household to another. A decision that worked perfectly for someone else could end up reducing your lifetime benefits by thousands of dollars. That's why taking time to understand the official rules before filing is one of the smartest financial steps you can take. Reviewing your earnings record, estimating your benefits at different claiming ages, and learning how your choices could affect a spouse or surviving family member can provide valuable clarity. A few hours of careful planning today may lead to years of greater financial confidence and a more secure retirement tomorrow. That's why taking time to learn how the system actually works is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. Every person's work history, health, family situation, and retirement goals are unique. What works perfectly for one household may not be the best strategy for another. Before making any permanent claiming decision, review your earnings record carefully, estimate your benefits at different claiming ages, and consider how today's decision could affect your financial security years from now. A little preparation today could translate into greater peace of mind and significantly more retirement income throughout the years ahead.